Morning. This is community first again. I need you guys to look up PBS News Hour and listen to the conference and the talk in terms of the border crisis and Shellia Jackson. They're talking on Capitol Hill, and Shellia Jackson is up there. She needs to be dealt with. Shellia Jackson needs to be arrested. She needs to be arrested. I don't know who she's trying to help. I'm asking the question, who are you helping as she's talking? She's asking for more aid for border security and along with the Democrats to try to aid these illegals, asking for billions, $3 billion and $100 million and all this to aid these people for beds. And then she's trying to embarrass the Republican Party, talking about, she's trying to embarrass us as being opposed to these criminals coming in our country illegally. She's asking, what are we going to do about, it's somebody supposed to censor over the death of children that are coming here. They're not supposed to be here. They're not supposed to be bringing their children here in time of war. This is war. You're coming in, you're invading people's countries. That's war. People die in war. Stay at home. Don't come here expecting to live here illegally. And Shellia Jackson and other Democrats are trying to move the needle in favor of these illegals and all this criminal activity against us on our with our tax money, with our tax dollars. So who are you fighting for? Who are you working for? These are our politicians. And they're talking about humanitarian crime, humanitarian rights to a people that don't even belong here. Right now on PBS News, talking on Capitol Hill. Shellia Jackson is a terrible fraud. She's an embarrassment. She's not going to change. She's not going to change. They've been in that seat for a long time, and it's because they are gatekeepers. And it's because they're pushing agendas against the American people. They have a PhD twice and double the time in benign and neglect. Benign and neglect. This is what they do. And now they become blatant. They have become openly blatant. Shellia Jackson are pulling this guy apart. McClellan or something like that. I forgot his name. I'll have to look it back up. But she's asking questions that are derogatory questions in terms of her in favor of illegal immigration coming in our country in droves. This is absurd. It's appalling. Unacceptable. It doesn't make any sense to defy the president's agenda on these levels against your own people. When the last time has Shellia Jackson been to the hood to see what's going on with Keisha and Ray Ray and Pookie, while she worried about some nasty faced children that don't belong to her and that have a home and that are coming here illegally, that have been told not to come here, and she wants millions of dollars to aid them? And then Donald Trump pulled out his money in terms of DHS on a lot of levels. The United States citizens, he pulled out the funding, a lot of it. And they talking to Shellia Jackson saying she's going to oppose it extensively. Well, we're going to oppose you extensively. And if you don't get out the way, we'll rally for your punishment. And you know you black, Shellia Jackson. So if they're going to use anybody as an example, it'll be you and Maxine Waters. And I wouldn't care. I don't care if you're old enough to be a mother. You have shown your hand to us. You are an enemy. And you are a traitor. And you are treason. And you're supporting unconstitutional exchanges in our government. That's against us as American people. That's against us as the descendants of slavery. You should be ashamed of yourself, Shellia Jackson. I I would have to be God to forgive you. And I'm not him, so I don't forgive you. Not now. You standing up there indulging and infiltrated in your opposed to how we feel. And then she lied and said the American people are at rage. What American people are at rage? Are because illegal immigration coming here being treated wrong? No, we're not. What you're talking about? The ones who the illegals have got here that stole people's Social Security card that y'all made allowed to vote? Is that who you calling American citizens? Or the ones that are born that are anchor babies? That's who you call an American citizen? Because the rest of us, we're not worried about them. We need them to abide by our law and get the hell out of here. Because this is wrong. That's why the Democrat Party losing its people and its power. I was a Democrat. I ain't there now. I don't have no interest in being. Now, I am for us descendants of slaves rectifying in terms of government. I know about that. I understand that the laws has not been upheld in terms of us. So, yeah. But I ain't no damn Democrat. I wouldn't dare throw away my integrity like that and let people take over and the rule of law can't be applied as we move forth in this nation, in our society, to gather ourselves. People are homeless on the street, American veterans, children and fathers and mothers don't find a home, and y'all giving illegal immigration enclaves of Section 8 in community and housing in parts where they have even pulled themselves out of poverty off on our tax dollars to save money because they got those aid programs, and then they were able to save their money and being paid under the table. Shellia Jackson is incompetent. She's arrogant. She doesn't listen. She doesn't care either. That's the worst part. She doesn't care. And you are in a position where you're supposed to care. You are for the people, baby. You're for the people, Miss Jackson. And you don't care nothing. Shellia Jackson don't care nothing about us and nothing about the American people. She's pushing the agenda. She's a puppet for the Democrat Party. And George Soros. All of them are. They are no good. And they're not changing. They won't change. They're proxies for what they're doing. And they have no agenda for you at all if you're an American citizen or a descendant of slavery. None whatsoever. But that's okay. We're going to keep unpacking this suitcase and pulling them apart. Their position in government is non-relevant and they need to be moved. They are in the way of progress. They're bringing this country pulled down. They're destroying the diaspora. They're breaking the rules. They're destroying our country. And if they don't just conform and they don't pull back, then lock them up. I'm sorry. They make an example. Take them to jail. Let them pay a fine and put them on probation. This is a law. They're breaking the law. They're breaking the law. These people need to understand that we're not a place to be exploited. And we're not a space where we're giving out millions and billions of dollars to people and they're breaking our laws and coming here illegally and expecting us to aid them and see after their children. And then when something happened wrong to one of the kids die or something like that, then we are held accountable for it. How in the hell is that? That's not even sane. These people are responsible for their families coming across that valley. For what? We told them not to come here illegally. That's against the law. This video, this commentary, and this talk was about Shellia Jackson. I want y'all to go watch her on PBS PBS News and look at them speaking on Capitol Hill in terms of the border crisis. Thank you for joining me. This is Harper Community First.